Well, Hector Gallardo needs no introduction. He's been around New Orleans as long as I've known him. You know, how many years has it been? 50 years now. You know,
we've been playing for about 30 years or more now.
Yeah, it's a long time. He's from Cuba, and he brings a lot of knowledge of Cuban music and Cuban percussion. And today he's going to do a workshop assisted by the master percussionist Ricky Sebastian. And I'd like it to be a little more of a workshop, so we can, you know, maybe people can come up and help play along, and he could demonstrate the different aspects of Latin music, especially Afro-Cuban music. So how about a hand for Hector Gallardo and Ricky Sebastian?
Any piano players in here?
Yeah, there's one right there. Yeah.
Okay, and Barry, could you grab the bass?
It's already here.
He plays violin and piano too, so...
Yeah, I met him on a gig at Tennessee.
Said violin. Oh, I was gonna say you.
That's Donald.
I'll be careful. I'm going to throw this thing out.
Yeah, please make sure you're careful.
Yeah, right. Believe me.
Or the camera's just going to have it.
Right. Trying to figure out how to use this thing, man.
Wash my hands. Fried chicken off.
Sing up. All right, for the next song.
Is this one of the new ones? Just this one. Yeah, I remember that one. That's trash.
Hard to forget that one. It's like you put it in the microwave.
I don't think it has any time.
That's it.
Yeah. This ain't something weird. That was an axe.
Hector, why don't you explain what you're doing as you do that? What are you trying to tune up to a certain pitch? What pitch are you looking for?
Well, you know, you memorize the tuning, and you usually bring them already tuned, you know, but the humidity, you know, we live in a very humid part of the world, you know. In Cuba, it's dry all year long. A lot of people, they say they think it's humid down there. They confuse the warmth with the Caribbean, you know. But it's very dry all year long, so when you tune something in Cuba, it stays tuned like forever, you know. I like to tune them when I'm using like even if I'm using 4, you know, I like to tune one to a bass and one to a baritone. And I had them pre-tuned a little bit, except this one here. And the humidity brings them down, you know. So.
And what's the proper name of those drums?
Oh yeah, this instrument, by the way, you know, I always say it on all the seminars, all the classes. It's called tumbadora. T-U-M-B as in Bravo, A-D-O-R-A. Tumbadoras for more than one, plural. They're not called congas, or congos or cumbias. It's a misnomer. Conga is a carnival rhythm they play in Cuba. They have a bunch of different carnival rhythms, and one of them is called conga. Desi Arnaz, I don't need that song, just put it down like that. Desi Arnaz, he didn't know how to play the drum, he was a singer. And he used to fake playing the drum that was shaped like this, like an ice cream cone. They use that in Cuba a lot. It's a drum that it transmits further the sound, and the tumbadora is very acoustic, it doesn't travel too far. And that instrument is called bocua. And it's light to carry, and you strap it around, and they play different patterns and melodies, you know, along with all the drums. And they use a lot of those bocuas with different tunings to play the conga rhythm that is called conga. One of the patterns they play is like this. Street marches, when they play these rhythms all together, each guy is playing a different pattern. They counter each other. They play dynamically. They go up and down, like I was doing, you know. And then they crescendo, and they goes, you know, and they will march miles, man. I mean, I'm talking about huge distances, and the crowd is behind the musicians, you know, which involves a lot of horn players, a lot of percussions, you know, and they will march distances like from here to Canal Street and back, you know, because everybody's listening to the rhythm, and it's so contagious, you know. And it's very simple, you know. People they just march along the music like this, ding, 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 and all the guys go like this, and everybody has, you know, a different step, but it's all like this. You know, to the rhythm, and you wear your shoes out when you do that, but it's so much fun, you know, and everybody has a different pattern, and it's very enjoyable, you know, enjoyable.
That one rhythm you just played, is that where the rhythm for the song in the beginning of the Lucille Ball set came from?
Well, Desi Arnaz, he was playing another pattern for the conga that's actually like this. He was doing, which was really mediocre, you know.
Well, look, I remember who Desi Arnaz is in the I Love Lucy show, but you better explain to this is a different generation.
It was a sitcom about 100 years ago.
Yeah, but he was one of the first, he brought, made Cuban music sort of popular because it was a popular TV show, but...
Desi Arnaz was also very international. He sang a lot of songs that weren't even Cuban, you know. He sang Mexican songs, right. Mostly Cuban. Before him, there was a guy called Miguelito Valdez, who was a whole lot better singer than Desi Arnaz, and really knew how to play this instrument. I accompanied him here in New Orleans a long time, when he was getting older, and people start forgetting. And way back in the 70s, a promoter brought him here, and I accompanied him like for 3 nights. And he put me in charge of leading the band, and he played good, the tumbadora drums, Actually, he told me play, I think it was a one-man co, and he started playing the solo drum, the one that's called the quinto, the alto drum, And he played real good, and he could sing a whole lot better than Desi Arnaz. Desi Arnaz was faking playing the bocua, instead of doing... different patterns. He was doing like that, and he didn't know how to play the instrument, but you know, he was very charismatic guy. You know, he had good looks. You know, women, oh, he's cute. They like him. You know, they love him. And he started doing what Miguelito Valdez and others before him. Miguelito Valdez at one time had his hair long and his hair was very straight. And when he played and he moved his head, you could see the hair. You know, I've seen some of those old movies in which he was playing a part. And so Desi Arnaz started doing something not necessarily imitating him. No, he didn't imitate him, but he was. Somebody in Hollywood probably told him that it looked good. Him playing the bocua, not the tumbadora, because the tumbadora is too heavy to carry around. The bocua is light, and he travels real far. You know? And they are shaped like this. And because Cuba's climate is so dry, you can use a poor man's drum. You know, you can nail a skin on a drum, and you can tune it with heat, and it will stay tuned for a long time. So some guys, in order to make it lighter, so they can, you know, play and do it so many miles, you know, that they have to walk every day. They carry those bocua drums with the nail in or tacked in, but it's all to your preference. You know, most of the guys that I saw, they had them tunable, and they weren't really heavy. You know, this is a little heavy to play, but you can play also with this instrument here. You know.
Why don't you all play something, man? So, all about Desi Arnaz, but
my conga drum, man, on the show all the time. You know, and people couldn't tell the difference, and they probably picked up the word and they started calling it congas. Okay, let's jam.
Song that they might know? Or what?
Do you guys know any Cuban tunes?
Probably if you played them. I've played some salsa to the probably don't know my memory.
Okay, why don't you try a pattern? You know, one of those offbeat, syncopated.
You guys know tune up? Jazz tune?
You know tune up?
I used to play that. We used to play that.
So you know it?
we want to get a piano player too, but you know. Well, I mean, you know, but I'm just saying we want to play together. So, go, man, we'll find another tune. Why don't you play, Charles? How about Blue Bossa?
Okay.
Is it samba or a songo?
No, let's start with something else than samba. Let's start something.
Well, not you don't have to play that samba. You can play it Afro-Cuban, right? Could you?
Yeah, because you know the samba is downbeat stuff.
Can you play it with Afro-Cuban thing?
You can.
Maiden Voyage, Night in Tunisia. Which one y'all want to do?
I want you guys to be comfortable. You know.
If you don't know that, we could do Night in Tunisia as a song or something like that.
You know Night in Tunisia?
Yeah, somebody wants to hear it.
Yeah, you gotta play the head recording.
How about Daytime in Tunisia?
Okay. people involved? Like we got another Kurt. Can you tell him what to do on the timbales? And then what about a bell pattern? Can we get somebody to play the bell pattern? And also, can we change? Like Josh, can you play bass? And Leon, why don't you take piano? And we can stay. We can just. Why don't we just stick with the E flat, the D minor, like on Night in Tunisia? That's fine. Just a band, you know.
One thing about Cuban music is you have to really learn a lot. And you have to be aware of what everybody else is doing. And once in a while, like you play the bass, do not be afraid to change the pattern. You know, you can go from ding dong ding to dong ding dong ding ding dong ding ding dong ding 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 dong ding ding dong ding dong ding dong ding dong ding dong ding dong. Don't be afraid, but you have to be aware of the other people holding on for you. You know.
What about, can we get someone else to play like the bell? Maybe if you want to play the bell. And then what else is it? You know, I just want to see, you know, get an overview of a Cuban rhythm section, you know, and what instruments are typically involved in a Cuban rhythm section?
Okay, the bongo player, he always plays the bell on the bridge, and he plays the bottom bell, you know, and in the old days, the timbale player, he just enforced what the bongo player was doing on the cascara. They still got some people that like to play like that, so there's not so many bells. So what you do is, when you have the bongo player, on the bridge, the timbale player can play a counter on the, depending on the style of song music that you're playing on the cymbal, or he can play also another different counter pattern on the big bell here, the montuno bell or mambo bell, as sometimes it's also called. And one of the patterns when you're playing, let's say, most styles of song music, the bell is playing this pattern. I'm going to simplify it to this pattern here. If you're playing real fast, you're going to be doing this pattern here, less notation. Because if it is too fast, it's going to be a little hard for you to be able to play. That space. If you're used in that other pattern, you know, you will accent it on that. You know, like if you simplify it to 4, you know, 4/4, and when you count it, you're always going to see the accent on. Let me see if I remember.
And a 3.
Yeah. That's right, and so you have to be aware of where you're going to put it. If you put it on the wrong place, it's not right away. You know, it's going to affect the structure. If you're playing, there's other styles of slower song music like guajira, son montuno. Like on the guajira, they play the bell on the 1. That's that they play on the 1. Then when they change it, when they go into son montuno, then you change it to the other pattern. When they get fancy, there's a lot of different. I mean, they got a lot of variations that you can do, but the basic one is like this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you want to, you can wait a couple of bars until you find an accent there on that space.
So Hector, let's start. Let's do the same thing. So it's a E flat 7 to D minor. Just vamp on that. Leon, do you know a montuno that you can play on that montuno pattern? It's just E flat minor 7. You know, you can base it off of anything. Like just a rhythmic pattern like that would work, but you know you can play freely too, you know, and then you know just trying to. Okay. one?
Not for the fast one. Which one is it? Let's just play a few bars of a cha-cha-cha.
Huh.
You're gonna be playing. Ding ding dong, ding dong, ding ding dong, ding dong, ding ding dong, ding dong. That's the pattern for the cha-cha-cha. And you'll be going. In order to make the cha-cha-cha. Yeah.
Yeah, so Hector, I don't think we're all in the same place. If you want to do a cha-cha, or do you want to do the same?
Yeah, we're getting there, we're getting there.
Okay, yeah, but I
I
mean,
was just showing him a better way to hold the bell, you know.
how about C minor to G7, 1 bar piece?
Oh, I'm sorry about the
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
chord and the notes.
Yeah, so 1 bar C minor, 1 bar G7, all.
Then you're gonna be playing. You're gonna be playing. Yeah. When you play the bell, so play this pattern here like this. 16. You can do variations, you know. With the tips, you can hear it. Okay. Let's go to the piano improvisation there. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Barry, show him the pattern to do.
That's the part.
You don't get
I had them in the wrong place.
One hour at the top, I was.
Ask, actually, he's trying to play something, have you again?
I'm trying to find what the downbeat is.
Get my sister.
It's the same pattern. And then when he goes to the tune, then you switch from ding ding dong, ding dong, ding ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding. That those are two are downbeat.
Like GC. Boom.
That's on tune.
Yeah, but make it GC instead of CG.
I gotta change this game. Just don't get it. Yeah, let's go to the piano improvisation. 1, 2, 3, 4.